Hi everybody, we're talking Black Friday deals on a Saturday today, so I'll let you guys start coming in. I'm gonna talk about all my favorite at-home gadgets and what's on sale now. Plus I've got the winner for the Glow 910 Plus, so I'm gonna let you guys start coming on. Every single day that I'm doing a live, which is every Saturday and Sunday from now until Christmas, there is a giveaway. So let you guys start coming on. I'm going to bring you just a tiny bit closer so I can see you. Yes, so I have a winner for the Glow 910 Plus. Oh, I'm waiting to see if she comes on here. I'm right now in Hillsboro, which is near San Francisco. I'm at my sister-in-law's home, and that's where we had Thanksgiving. Happy Saturday to you as well. Happy Saturday. Okay. Ooh, I don't see her yet. So just know that we've got a winner coming up for the Glow 910 Plus. That's the anti-cellulite device. And then today I'm going to be going over all of my favorite at-home devices and what's on sale now and how do you get those at the best prices. Okay, I don't see her, but the winner of the Glow 910 Plus is, the handle is Not Afraid of 50. Not Afraid of 50. When you come on here, you're the winner of the Glow 910 Plus, which I think was valued. I don't know if I can find it in here. Let's see if I can find it in here. What the actual, I don't think I have it on me. But it's that big device that you guys have seen me use when I did that whole live on cellulite. And if you guys are looking for those live shows, on my highlights, on my story highlights, I'm starting to accumulate the lives in that area. Okay, everybody, I've got some bad news before I start. Well, let's start with the good news. The good news is even if you did not win the Glow 910 Plus, you still have a chance to win every single week that I'm here. So every Saturday, every Sunday, there's going to be a giveaway. And so the one that's still up for grabs today is you still have time to tag your 3 people on my live from Sunday. And that one is for the MyoLift Mini. So I did a live on Sunday about microcurrent. And so you guys can look in that highlight reel on my story and click on there. And then you click on you tag your 3 people on the post and you'll be in the drawing for the MyoLift Mini. And the MyoLift Mini, this also comes with the eye mask and all of that. But the MyoLift Mini, let me see if I can get over here to where we are. The MyoLift Mini normally retails for $329. This is a microcurrent device. The reason why I love this is because it uses a 2-probe system. So this is what's up for grabs. It's, like I said, $329. It's now on sale for Black Friday up until, I think it ends on Monday, for $263. But I'll get to all of that stuff. I did want to say this. I don't know if she came on here, but not Afraid of 50. You are the winner of the Glow 910 Plus. If you have not tagged your 3 people in the live that I did on Microcurrent, you still have time to do that. The winner is announced tomorrow. And then up for grabs for today's live is the Megelin radio frequency device. So like I said, we've got big things for giveaway. So when I post this video to my main feed, you tag 3 people, and then next week I'll announce the winner for the radio frequency device that's at home. But that said, I am going to go through all of the different things that I like, the different devices that I use at home, and I can tell you guys what's on sale now. Before I do that though, because I'm not myself today, I hope everybody had an amazing Thanksgiving. It was quite possibly one of the worst Thanksgivings that I've ever had. And so our family is dealing with that now. We had a tragic loss in our family, a tragic loss. So I'm trying to get through this one, but yeah, we had a tragic loss in our family. So my first cousin's child passed away on Tuesday. And my first cousin, if you guys have cousins in your life that are like sisters, this was a cousin that was like a sister. She's is like a sister. She's my same age. My cousin Kathy, who I adore, who is the kindest, sweetest person in the world. She lost her son on Tuesday. And so it's been a really difficult really difficult time, and so I've reached out to some people that I know that deal with, thank you, that deal with loss. And so I'm going to have somebody on here. I don't think this coming weekend, but the weekend after that, I'm going to have somebody on here that helps us to deal with loss, especially during the holidays, but also gives us some real tips to kind of help us with gratitude and grieving, especially during the times of the holiday when we are supposed to be so grateful for so many things, and I am. But to how does that work, this gratitude that we have while we're dealing with something that is so heavy and so tragic? And so I reached out. I woke up early this morning because I thought, like, I have to tell people about fucking devices. Are you kidding me? It's just not the right, it doesn't feel right to me to do that. And we're going to get to it. I'm going to tell you what's on sale. But it didn't feel right for me. Thank you, Kiki. It didn't feel right for me to go through this show without at least having some sort of, not solution, because there's not a solution, game plan on how to help others that are probably going through this same thing right now, and especially during the holidays. So if I'm going through this and my cousin's going through this, there are probably people on the other side of this live that are going through this, or you know people that are experiencing grief, because that's definitely what it is. Grief and depression are very, very different. They sometimes can overcross, but we're not talking about sadness here. We're talking about grief, which feels like, to me, a longing that you can never reach, a yearning that can never be filled. That's what grief feels like to me. It's heavy. It's a heavy, heavy, heavy feeling. And so it's unimaginable what my cousin is going through right now. Unimaginable. I'm seeing her on Sunday. But so it won't be this coming week that it might be on Sunday. I already have a guest on Saturday, and the guest on Saturday is about how to maintain muscle mass. And so what is the formula for that? How many reps, how many whatever. But I have reached out to numerous people that do grief counseling and grief coaching. And so I'm going to have, between now and Christmas, somebody during these 1 hour lives that comes in and helps us to keep putting one foot in front of the other. And how do we have that sense of gratitude when we're in the middle of this very, very dark place? And so if you have anybody in your life, you're good. We have a giveaway coming up. If you have anybody in your life that you know is going through something like this, please keep an eye on my story so that you know when that grief counselor is going to be on, and please send that to them so that they can join, because it's something that a lot of people are struggling with during the holidays. So especially, struggle through all year, and grief isn't just about the holidays, but it's really hard to be engaged and in a celebratory mood. In a celebratory mood is really, really, really difficult to do. And when you have other kids, as my cousin does, you still have to keep putting one foot in front of the other in a time when you feel like there's no way. You're paralyzed from movement. She can't talk right now. She's in so much grief. So yeah, it's something that I feel needs to be talked about, and it's something that although I have a graduate degree in psychology, it's not my skill set. I'm fortunate enough to still have both my parents, which is amazing. And I have all three of my biological children, and I have an amazing stepson, and thank God we haven't had those types of tragedies or loss. But it's different. A loss and tragedy is different, because when we're, you know, it's always terrible to lose somebody. It's a tragedy to lose somebody so young, and a tragedy for a mother to have to bury their child. Unimaginable pain. That's unimaginable pain. Okay, so let's get back to material shit, because there's no other way to put that after we're talking about stuff that's really profound. Okay, so that said, we did have a winner for the Glow 910 Plus, and that winner was Not Afraid of 50. And so a part of the rules were that you tag 3 people. Once this goes to my main feed, you tag your 3 people, and then you can comment as much as you want, and that increases your chances of winning. And so we had a lot of comments. I can't go back now to see how many comments that we had, but I think it was close to like 300 comments. And so that we picked somebody randomly. There's like this program that we use, and we picked somebody randomly, and that person's handle was Not Afraid of 50. So I will, Not Afraid of 50, if you're out there, please say hi. No, if you're not afraid of 50 and you're out there, just know I will reach it. Thank you so much, everybody who's saying, oh gosh. Okay, so we do have that Glow 910 Plus that's going to be shipped directly to you, Not Afraid of 50. And then just make sure, you guys, we still have this amazing device, my favorite microcurrent device by 70 Wellness. This is the MyoLift Mini. This is still up for grabs. You still have time to tag your 3 people on Sundays live on Microcurrent. So if you can't find that live in my feed to tag your 3 people, make sure you go to the highlights in my story and you'll see the lives there. This live on Microcurrent is in there. Click on that, go to the comment section of that live show and tag your 3 people. The winner is announced tomorrow morning. So big prizes. Okay. And like I said, for those of you struggling with grief and, you know, the loss of a loved one, especially during the holidays, I am going to solidify that guest, that grief counselor, hopefully by tomorrow. So I'll have a date for you of when. That's my goal. My goal is to solidify a date for somebody to talk to us about grief and give us some real tools to be able to handle the challenges of life, and also especially during the holidays. And how do we cope with that and be able to still put one foot in front of the other? So I will have a date for you hopefully by tomorrow's live at 11 a.m. And tomorrow's live, I am going to be doing a full tutorial on radio frequency and just talking about the science of radio frequency. And I'll be using this Megelin radio frequency device. And today, when this gets to when I post this to my feed, you tag the 3 people, and this is what is up for grabs, the radio frequency device. Okay, so now just talking about the Black Friday deals. I hope you guys know me enough by now that I don't care if you use my codes or my links or whatever. If I can save you a little bit of money, that's what my goal is. And so in coming up with this, I had looked through all of the products that I use and made sure that my links and the discount codes and all of those were working. And then we had this tragedy in our family. And so what would have been sent to you automatically is not going to be sent to you. So you're going to have to do a little bit of work if you really want to see the discounts and the codes that are devices that I have tried and tested and work, and the science makes sense. The before and afters make sense. They're great companies. It's like things that I know I have in my own cabinet at home that I use consistently. And I would never plug something. You'll never see me open up a box. Never. You'll never see me plug something that I don't use consistently. Half of the stuff that I talk about, I've used for years and years and years. Because there's so much marketing bullshit out there that I hope that we can get you guys on the right path to looking and feeling your best at every age. I'm glad to be here. Thank you, Willie. but looking, feeling your best at every age in a way that, I just totally lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. That's where my brain is today. It's like mush. It's like mush. So I apologize for that. But anyways, the devices that you see me talk about and the things that I'm going to do, like even today when I do a tutorial on this device, I started using this a couple months ago. I really like it. My favorite radio frequency device is still the Lumo, which I've used for years. But there's a lot of great devices out there, and everybody has a different socioeconomic ability to, or not only that, but some people just don't want to spend a ton of money on devices. So I have options for everything. So if you go to my linked tree in my main feed and you click on that, you'll see the little Amazon icon. Everything that I talk about, I also put on Amazon just because it's easier for some people to shop that way. So everything's on my Amazon storefront. You can get to that through my linked tree on my main feed. The second way is if you're interested in a microcurrent device, you can just DM me the word microcurrent and I'll send you my top picks. If you're interested in a radio frequency device, if that's something, one of the modalities that you don't have in your weekly protocol. So if you missed my calendar, my weekly protocol of how I fit in all of the anti-aging, I hate that word, all of the healthy skin devices into a weekly kind of schedule, only devoting no more than 30 minutes a day on skin, just DM me the word protocol and I'll get you that calendar. I will make you sign up for the newsletter. It's a very small price that you have to pay because it's free. It's just, you have to sign up for the newsletter and get a weekly newsletter, which honestly is, I try to make it as easy as I possibly can for everybody so that all the links in the newsletter are things that I've talked about. It's giving you an outline of the science behind the subject that I'm talking about, so you don't have to frantically take notes during the lives. So those newsletters are actually really beneficial. And so if you sign up for the newsletter, then you'll get that calendar, but you have to check the spam right away because it automatically goes to your spam. Okay, so that said, if you've got that weekly protocol and you already have a microcurrent device, then you don't need to necessarily buy another microcurrent device. If you're looking for a red light therapy device, then you might not have this microcurrent device, but maybe you have a new face or you have something else that you've been using that works. I'm not saying ditch those products because those cost money, and so it's not always about chasing the latest, greatest. You want something that's effective that you're going to actually use. And so if you already have a microcurrent device, it might not be quite as great as this one, and that's okay. It doesn't matter. Save your money and get a radio frequency device if that's something that you don't have. Or my favorite is always a red light therapy device, the panels or the masks, because the red light therapy, if you're in the correct therapeutic wavelength, which is from 630 to 680 nanometers of red light, when you're in that therapeutic wavelength, you're talking about the health of your skin. So it stimulates collagen production and stimulates elastin and increases the ATP and evens out skin tone and texture, reduces fine lines and wrinkles on a cellular level. And so you're looking at the health of your skin, increases the circulation, can grow hair. You're looking at the health of the skin when you're talking about red light therapy. So if you have one device in terms of modality that you are going to ask me, because I get this question all the time, if you could only choose one thing, one modality between microcurrent, between radio frequency, between red light therapy, between microneedling, where I microneedle my whole face, what is the one modality that you would choose? And it's always red light therapy, because you're looking at the health of the skin. And all of these devices, when you're not chasing wrinkles, which I never will try to chase a wrinkle because it's inevitable. We're going to get, hopefully one day we're all going to be wrinkled old ladies and be happy with where we are. But the things that we can change in terms of the health of the skin are things that I focus on. And red light therapy, when you're talking about the health of the skin, red light therapy is at the top. My second favorite one, so I'll give you what's on sale right now. I've been using Omnilux for a long time. This is the Red Light Therapy Facial Contour Mask. And that is normally, let me see if I can get here. That is normally $3.95, this mask. Ooh, plugged in the wrong device. Hold on, friends. We're getting there. We are getting there. So oh my God. This one keeps flying in. This is the Omnilux neck and décolletage. This normally is $3.95, and I love this because it's portable. You can plug it into this little handheld device. That this thing gets rechargeable, so you can put this in your pocket, strap this on, and walk around the house with it. So I love this. It also, this is the one that I was trying to light up, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Might not be efficient today, but we'll get there. This is the Omnilux Face Contour Mask. And I love this because when you compare this to some of the other masks, and this is what you want to look for when you're looking for a red light therapy device, you want to look for comfort. So how comfortable is this to wear? Super comfortable because it's portable and it molds right to your face, right? So the comfort level, and you can still walk around with it. So the comfort level is one of the things that you want to look for. If your red light therapy mask is so heavy that it leaves dents in your head, which some of the ones out there left dents in my head because it's just a heavy contraption, you're never going to use it. So you want to make sure that you're looking for, one is comfort. Well, one would be effectiveness. So are you in that therapeutic wavelength? Are you in the 630 nanometers to 680 nanometers of red light? That's where all the research is. That's where we're going to get the most benefit. So if you're on the end of this red spectrum, you're more towards more towards the 330. You're more towards the 600. Holy shit, my brain. You guys, my brain's not there. It's not working. I'm just telling you, it's not working. It's somewhere else. It's with my cousin. So I'm going to try to get through this as best I can. Okay. I don't have my mushroom coffee either. I'm drinking tea. I did red light therapy and my hyperpigmentation got worse. Paula, I want to know what device you were using. I want to know what the nanometer wavelength was. Did the device get hot? Because if the device heats up, that's when, if you have hyperpigmentation, your melasma and your hyperpigmentation can get worse. Red light has no heat to it. So you want to make sure that your red light device is between 630 and 680 nanometers of red. If it's lower spectrum, if it's towards the 600s, you're going to have to leave it on for much longer. It's not going to be as effective. So you want 630 to 680. Usually in that 650, my mouth won't work. Usually when you're in that 650 nanometer wavelength, that's like where the sweet spot is. So when you're looking for a mask, you want effectiveness, the effective wavelength. You want the number of lights to be substantial. So in other words, if I have this same surface area and I have half of the lights, it's not going to be as effective. So you want the most amount of lights on the surface area, and you want the surface area to fully cover the treatment. So you see how this goes all the way up to my hairline, all the way back by my ears. The treatment area that is covered is super important. So we're looking at the right wavelength. We want it to be comfortable. We want the treatment area to be, the coverage to be full. And we want to get the lights as close to our face as we can. So if you're using a mask where the lights stand out here, it's not going to be quite as effective as if they lay right on your face. Okay, so even the big panels, I love and we're going to get to that because that's my, if I'm looking at a panel, my favorite panel, I'm just going to leave this on. I should have just put this on. That would have been, in fact, maybe I'll just get a little treatment in here. Sorry, you guys. When I take this off, my hair might be a little bit crazy, but that's okay. I'm just going to put this on for a second. Get a little red light therapy treatment in. Okay, so when we're looking at like the big panel, like the Biomax panels, and by the way, these devices, before I get into these devices are now on sale. If you buy 3 devices, you get $240 off. So for example, if you wanted the neck and décolletage and the face and the Omnilux glove, which I love, red light therapy glove. I use it at night when I'm watching TV. If you buy 3 devices, it's $240 off. If you have people in your family or friends that you know that want this device, go in together and you're going to get a lot of money off. 3 devices is $240 off. 2 devices is $120 off, and just 1 device, say you just want the mask, is $50 off. The codes are Live Young 10, but I don't think that you're going to be able to use that code during the Black Friday deals because the deals are going to be a little bit too good. So it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to make money off of these masks, you guys. But if you go to my linked tree, which is that link right in my profile, and you click on that, it'll give you all of my favorites. So it will give you the link to this red light mask, and it will give you the code. If the code doesn't work, please don't DM me saying the code doesn't work. If it works, fantastic. I've just saved you a little bit more money, which that is my goal in giving you guys these codes. If you find a different code that works better, or you found like a way to get even more off, please share it with me, because I will share it on social media so that you guys all have the best deals out there. You know, it's not necessarily the deal that I can get you. This is not where I make my money, you guys. I don't make money in selling masks. But I do a lot of one-on-one consultations. And in those one-on-one consultations, we do talk about the different modalities and how to improve the health of your skin. And so that's where it's in those one-on-one consultations and in my subscription club, that $4.99 subscription club. That is where my bread and butter is. That is what I really love doing. But I do talk a lot about the science of skincare and what kind of at-home treatments are really great in terms for improving the health of the skin and getting it functioning like it did when it was younger. Again, this isn't the time to compare yourself to ultra, filtered people on Instagram, or compare yourself to somebody else. This is your skin, what's best for your skin. And if you're putting in the effort to wash your makeup off, to put on your active, skincare regimens, to be using devices that we know improve the health and function of the skin. And it's in doing that you can put your best skin forward. It's that self-care of the skin and improving the function that gives you the best available skin. So in terms of the red light devices, we went over those. They're on special right now. You won't get them for cheaper than that, but you have to buy multiple of them, or you get $50 off the one. That link, again, you can either DM me red light and I'll give you, thanks, Will E just subscribed to me. Thank you so much. For somebody who just subscribed to the club, make sure you go on my main profile, Willie, and go on the main profile, and you'll see that little crown. When you click on that crown, it'll give you all of the demos of the exclusive content. So all of the microneedling demos, microcurrent demos, things that, that exclusive content is going to be when you click that little crown. And then also on my main profile feed, you can click the chat and join the group chat. So we've got like 180 people, I think, now that are in the subscription club. But that chat ends after 28 days. So you then have to go back on my main profile, click on that chat and join. And you can ask any question. I answer questions within 24 hours. So it gives you kind of a way to do a group. I saw you, I am Skincare Girl. I'm going to get to that question in just a second. It gives you a way to do group coaching, healthy aging coaching, in a group chat. So I hope that helps. Okay, I am Skincare Girl. Is LED good for sensitive skin? Yeah, your skin will, listen, you'd have to have this on for hours and hours and hours a day for it to have ATP overload, where you'll get itchy skin, and that is a sign. I had a client put this on, and through a whole movie, just repeat every 10 minutes, press this button, and it caused a rash and itching and broke the skin because it was too much energy in the skin. That's 2.5 hours of this. This device shuts off after 10 minutes. So sensitive skin, it doesn't matter. And honestly, I wanted the person who said that it made their discoloration worse. You really need to check the device, because the device should not emit any sort of heat. If you have hyperpigmentation, if you have melasma, it's the heat from the sun, right? That's a different kind of wavelength. It's the heat from devices. It's the heat even from radio frequency that could make melasma work worse. So hyperpigmentation and melasma, it's the heat that's going to do the job in terms of making, not do the job, but it's going to cause harm in terms of making something that you're trying to treat like hyperpigmentation or melasma even worse. But this does not. This actually improves the health of the skin, improves hyperpigmentation, improves melasma, improves fine lines and wrinkles, right? It's all of that, but it's really about the health of the skin, the circulation and all of that. Okay, I think I need to take this off now. Okay, let's just see. I think I have to be able to read. Woo! Okay, let's see if there's anything else. I think I've caught up on the questions. Okay, we're at 11:32. Okay, so now in terms of the platinum, I should have turned these lights on. Shoot. In terms of the platinum LED, the big panel, I can tell you what sales they have on right now. And I know that I don't know if again, because there's like these crazy sales, I don't know if I can save you any more money than what they're already offering, but you can try. And so if you go again to that linked tree in my profile and click on that, it will take you to the platinum LED. I have the Biomax 900. So let me just ask a question. Let me see. I love my Omnilux face off. I lay on it on my neck and chest after doing my face. Do you think that works? Or should I get the neck and chest? No, listen. If I were trying to tell you a device, I would say you need all three of these. You need all of them. You need everything. You don't. Save your money. If you have money to spare and you are a skincare junkie like I am, then yes, get the red light therapy eye restore cap, right? Because it does grow hair. Get the full body panel because you don't want to have to spend all the time to move this around on different body parts. But will this work on various body parts? Yes, because it's red light. So you have to just think about the science of it. You can put this whole thing on your abdomen, right? Strap it on your abdomen, watch TV while you're doing that, or strap it on and wear it around the house. It's going to do the same thing. Now, you're not going to get the red light, obviously, where the holes are, but in a pinch, this sucker works. It works. I hope that answered the question. Okay, so in terms of the big panels, I like the Biomax 900. A lot of people can take those and it is a system where you can build on them. How soon do you do red light right after Botox? Immediately after Botox. It would not hurt you at all. Now, when you're doing Botox, the only thing that you don't really want to do when you're right after Botox is you don't want to do a microcurrent, because remember, microcurrent stimulates muscle. If you're stimulating muscle and you just paralyze the muscle, you're wasting your money. Don't do it. So stay away from areas that have Botox with microcurrent. Does that make sense? But Not Afraid of 50, you won. I just saw Not Afraid of 50 that came on. Not Afraid of 50, you won the Glow 910 Plus anti-cellulite device. Yay! So happy for you. I'm so happy for you, especially after I saw that you won. I read like why you needed it or why you wanted it, and I thought like, I'm so glad that you won that. I'm so glad you won that. Okay, but just remember, you guys, this is still, so congratulations, everybody, congratulations to Not Afraid of 50. Okay, and then this one, the Myolift, Myolift Mini. Again, if you're interested in my top microcurrent devices, which I've got a couple. I like the, oh my God, I can't even think of the name of it. Medicube. I like the Medicube for a microcurrent device. I love that device on the back of my arms, on my neck. It just has a really nice feel to it. But this is absolutely my top device that I like. But if you're wanting that list of that, so you have options, just DM me the word microcurrent and make sure you go back on my microcurrent live and tag your 3 people, because this winner is announced tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. on Instagram Live again. So you still have time. Yeah, Yankee Beauty 88. Congrats to Not Afraid of 50. That's a big win. This is another big win. This device is normally $360 or something. I don't remember. It's a lot. But this is also going to be up for grabs free tomorrow. You just have to tag your 3 people and you'll go in the drawing. Okay, let's finish up with the red light then, and I want to move on from red light. So I like the Platinum LED Biomax. It's the full body one. It's a combination of red and near infrared. So for red, you want between 360, oh my God, my brain, between 630 and 680 nanometers. But for near infrared, which even goes deeper, that is a wavelength that we cannot see. You want between 800 and 880. So when you're looking for a combination of a red and near infrared device, you want that therapeutic wavelength so that you know that you're getting the biggest bang for your buck. Okay, so that was the Platinum LED. You can use my discount code that I have, which is, I think it just directs you, you know, when you get on the site, it directs you to click on this to save a certain amount of money. Just click on the stuff to save money. But in terms of the Eye Restore Professional Cap, again, if you don't have that, can you use a red light therapy or the Biomax 910 big panel on your head? You absolutely can. But if you do want a medical device that has a combination of lasers and so it's got a combination of red and near infrared and lasers on the cap, so it really penetrates deeper. The best for hair restoration is the Eye Restore laser. So you can get that link in my link tree again, or you can just DM me red light, and I will give you the links for the Omnilux. I'll give you the links for the Biomax, and I'll give you the links for the Eye Restore, because those are my top 3. And I think I also, if you go on the Amazon store front, which is also in my linked tree, just look for that Amazon icon. After you click on that link, I have a lot of affordable red light mats that are in the correct wavelength. I wouldn't have put them on my Amazon store if they weren't. They're in the correct wavelength, and they're a lot more economical. So mats that you can lay on, mats that the iThera wrap that I have that I use for my shoulder, which I also can use for my abdomen. Anytime you're healing from anything, or you want like just a little bit of, I'll wrap it around my thighs sometimes. It's not for weight loss. Those red light therapies wraps are not for weight loss, but they do improve the health of the skin, which improves a lot of different things, even the appearance of cellulite. So, okay, so let's get off of red light. I want to go to radio frequency. So again, this is my favorite. This is by the Lumo. This is by Even Skin. This is the Lumo. Right now, this one I know I can save you a ton of money here. I can save you $170 with the discount code Darnell170, DARNELL 170. And that will bring this device down. This is normally $649, and that'll bring this device down to $479. That is the cheapest that I've seen this. So if you're interested in radio frequency, DM me radio frequency. I'll give you the link to the Lumo as well as the Megelin. What did I do with it? As well as the Megelin, which is up for grabs today. So as soon as I post this, make sure you tag your 3 people, and you'll be up for grabs for this Megelin radio frequency device. And I'm, thank you, Willie. And so I'm going to end up doing a full demo on this tomorrow morning at my dad's house. I'm traveling. I'm going to go see my dad first, and then I'm going to go see my cousin and spend some time with her and try to help her get her house prepared. And oh my God. Okay. Anyway, so that's in terms of radio frequency. And what is the reason? Why is it that I like radio frequency? Radio frequency, remember, heats the dermis. So it bypasses the epidermis, which is that outer layer of the skin, and it heats the dermis and kind of dysregulates the collagen in there. So it kind of goes in there and kind of messes it up a little bit, and then restructures it and stimulates collagen and elastin. So it stacks those collagen fibers a little bit better, and it tightens the skin. So I love radio frequency for the lower part of the face, especially for the jowl and for tightening up around the jaw. So that's mostly where I love radio frequency, and where I've found like the biggest lift is in this lower section of the face. So Megelin is also on sale. I don't know what their thing is right now, but I will send you a link if you just send me If you just DM me the word radio frequency, I'll give you the links to my top ones. Remember, when you're looking for a radio frequency device, you want it to heat the dermis up, not the epidermis, but the dermis up to between 40 and 43 degrees Celsius. You want to always keep the device moving, and we're going to go over this a little bit more in tomorrow's live. What does radio frequency does for the neck? So it's the same thing. It heats the dermis up. So it will only feel warm on the epidermis, which is the outer layer. So it'll only feel warm, but you keep the device moving. And what it does is it heats that dermis. So it bypasses the epidermis and heats the dermis at the layer of collagen production. And so I'm 55, whoever just asked that. So it heats the collagen it heats the dermis at the layer of collagen production and stimulates the production of collagen and elastin. So I love these devices. Yes, for the neck. Yes, for the chest. I also use them on the back of the arms. Sometimes I'll use them on the abdomen. This is why one is my favorite, is because the surface area that you're looking at in a handheld device, I've found this surface area in a giant machine that you then pick up this as the treatment thing that's still attached to a big machine, and the surface area is the same. With the Lumo device, it's a handheld rechargeable device with the largest surface area that I've found on a radio frequency device. Just even compare it to the Megelin. That said, this is also a really nice device, and when this does this also has an electro muscle stimulation, as does the Lumo. So these are both dual devices in that they have radio frequency as well as electro muscle stimulation. And I have to say, this one, with the electric muscle stimulation, that's when you'll get this, right? You'll get this big. This one has a different feeling to it, and I'm going to go over that a little bit more tomorrow, but it feels almost not as much like snapping rubber bands. It's hard to explain, and maybe tomorrow when I've got a conjunctive gel on and I'm in there working the area, I'll explain more what the differences between these two devices, but they're both on sale. And especially with the Lumo, I can save you a ton of money here. I can save you $170, which is better than what they currently have on their Black Friday sales. So in other words, a lot of these devices, the codes won't work because the companies have already discounted them as much as possible. With this particular one, with the Lumo, if you use Darnell 170, it's 170 off. And that's the biggest sale that they have going on right now, is through through my link and through other, influencers' links. Okay, so we're moving off now from radio frequency. Again, when you're looking for a device, if you already have a radio frequency device, then you don't need that. If you're missing something else, you have a radio frequency device, but you're missing a microcurrent. You have a radio frequency, you're missing a red light. Aim for the ones that you don't have first, right? Because it's the combination. What I have found in my 55 years, and probably 40 of those dealing with skin. I got obsessed with skincare when I was 15 years old. So I've been doing this for 40 years. I've been really focusing on my skin. Not focusing on my skin, that's so narcissistic. That's not what I'm talking about. But that I value the skin. I look at skin as the largest organ because it is our largest organ. It is our outward facing organ, and that organ which is tied to self-esteem. When we have a bad skin day, just like a bad hair day, it changes what we do with that day, right? It changes how we address people. It changes how we get out there in the world. We're far less likely to plop our ass down in front of Netflix with a bag of Doritos if we are feeling great about what we're looking like through the aging process. And I don't mean comparing yourself to other people. I mean within yourself, within your own capabilities. And we're all constrained with genetics. We're all constrained with, in terms of what we can afford and what we can't afford. I have multiple treatments that I talk about that are absolutely free. I'm about to do one right when I get done here, which is step my ass on the grass and plop down there and kind of de-stress. So all of these things, whether it's sleep or stress, retinoids, topical stuff, at-home devices, predominantly plant-based, stress-relieving protocols, all of that stuff adds to the health of your skin, and it shows through your skin because it is your largest organ and it's your outward-facing organ. Okay, that said, we're on to microcurrent. Remember, you guys, the microneedling device, my Dr. Pen that I love, when I do those microneedling demos on Sundays sometimes that are living on that subscription club. That is on my Amazon store, and I've had a lot of questions about the Dr. Penn MA microneedling tool. And I just want to say this, there's not one official Dr. Penn distributor. And I don't know why, and I've tried to get to the bottom of it for now years, but there's companies that say they're the official manufacturer. They're not. There's just a bunch of distributors. There is a official manufacturer who does none of the selling, and that manufacturer distributes that to other distributors. And so I, out of confusion, just put one on my Amazon store. And that's where I bought my last one, to be honest with you, is through that link on my Amazon store. And I think that those devices run about $199, and that's the microneedling tool, the one that creates the microtraumas. The reason why I like that, now I'm traveling, so I don't have all my gadgets at my beck and call to be able to hold it up. But if you have seen any of my content, that's the ones that creates the microtraumas. You get a little bit bloody. That's the one that creates the microtraumas on the surface of the skin, the epidermis. So when we're treating things, we're using multiple modalities, right? We're heating up the skin underneath, right? We're bypassing the epidermis. We're heating up the skin underneath. We're energizing the skin by creating ATP and lymphatically draining with microcurrent. So radio frequency heats the dermis. That's at a lower level. Microcurrent works on a muscular level for muscle stimulation, but also lymphatic drainage. That's more of a surface level. When we're doing red light therapy, we're working on all different levels. We are, because the light is passing through your skin. And so you're working, yes, your skin is going to be better in 30 days because that's when your whole skin will start renewing, right? Your skin renews after 30 days. And so your surface skin that's going to come up after using this device. So this is still, we're looking at surface, but we're also looking at the health of the skin underneath with red light therapy. Multiple treatments in multiple levels of your skin I have found to be the best. Okay. So now let's go on to the lasers. My husband has been using the Nira precision laser around his eyes, and I've seen major improvements. My only problem with these lasers is you don't know how strong they are, and when you're using multiple modalities at home, like radio frequency, like microcurrent, like red light therapy, retinoids, chemical peels, when you're doing these stuff at home, you have to be very careful that you don't exhaust the skin. And so when you add in things like high-level lasers that are now available at home, my theory is that you take the time away from, not things like microcurrent, because you won't need to do that, but I would take time away from things like radio frequency that heat the skin deeply, because a laser heats the skin. With radio frequency, you're heating the dermis to a degree of between 40 and 43 degrees Celsius. But I just totally lost my train of thought again. I just literally just thought about my cousin again and Devin, and my brain just went blank. What was I going to say? Oh my God. I was talking about heating the skin. That much I know. When you're heating the skin, when you're using a radio frequency, you're wanting to heat the dermis, right, to a 40 to a 43 degrees Celsius. When you're using something like microcurrent, you're energizing the skin and you're increasing ATP production, which declines when you age. So by hitting the dermis in multiple layers, right, heating it, creating microtrauma with microneedling, doing, red light therapy, which increases circulation, You're literally doing as everything that you can in terms of different layers of skin. So that's when I realize that you're going to, oh my God. Over the years, that's what I've realized has been the most beneficial, is when you have a schedule that lets your skin not exhaust itself, but you continue with a wave of producing collagen in such a way that we did when we were in our 20s. So when we were in our 20s, let's say from birth into mid-20s, our skin is still growing. Imagine the collagen production that needs to happen and the elastin production that needs to happen when we are still growing. Our skin is needing to accommodate and grow, right? So that's already creating this wave of collagen production necessary for growth. But in our mid-20s, we start losing 1 to 3% of collagen per year, depending on our lifestyle. Do we drink? Are we out in the sun? What kind of toxic exposure do we have? And it's with that dip of collagen production as our skin is stopped growing that it declines and starts degrading. And so what I like to do, and what I think that I do in my protocol, in that weekly protocol, is that we're creating not like a blast of collagen and then we leave it alone. We're doing a blast of like, let's blast it with a laser and then we leave it alone. No, it's a wave of like a constant kind of collagen production without stepping on the toes of the last modality that you used, so that you're not exhausting the skin and causing more harm than good. You don't want to take 2 steps forward. Oh my God, I just did radio frequency and I'm feeling tight. And then you do a laser on top of it, which also heats the skin. So a radio frequency, but that's where I was going. Oh my God, the brain. Radio frequency bypasses the epidermis and heats the dermis to that level of collagen production between 40 and 43 degrees Celsius. When you're doing a laser, like I had the Near Laser Precision, like the Near Laser Precision around the eyes, or the Near Laser Pro, which has a bigger surface area. When you're doing that, you're also heating the skin. So do you want to heat the skin with a radio frequency and then come back and blast it with an even more intense laser? When you think you're doing something good for your skin, you're not. It's going to end up making it to where your skin is exhausted and it doesn't build back. So we want to make sure that when we're doing these type of treatments, that we're not stepping on the toes of the modality that we just used, and we're allowing our skin to heal in between. Okay. That said, I do like the lasers for areas that I'm not continually treating, like my face. I'm not continually treating my abdomen. I grew 3 human beings in this stomach. And I've got crepey skin. You look at my content, I've shown you, like, nobody's perfect. No matter how much you work on stuff, you're still, time keeps on ticking, people. It keeps on ticking. You can still address the health of your skin and not chase every little wrinkle or every little crepe or every little imperfection, because that's okay. It's okay to have wrinkles and imperfection and saggy skin. Focus on the health of the skin. And when we do that, we stop looking at the imperfections. We just want to focus on the health of the skin. And when you're doing that, more is not better. More has to be strategic. It has to allow your skin the ability to heal and to build back that collagen without going in and destroying it again, right? It's like as if you had a bone that was healing. You broke a bone and that bone is healing, and you're stimulating those fibroblasts. You're stimulating that bone production, and then you come back in, you break the bone again. You have to think about it like that. When you're building up collagen, it's a structure in the skin, and you're building that structure up. You don't want to come back in and destroy it again too soon. And so what I have found is that when people they don't understand the modality in which they're using radio frequency, very different than red light therapy, very different than microcurrent, very different than laser. Okay, you can't just throw all this stuff on your skin and expect to have good skin, because you're not thinking about the way that the skin functions. And we want to improve the function of the skin without destroying it, without causing it to just go, ugh. Have you ever over curled your hair? Another analogy. Have you ever over curled your hair without between washing? You just over curled, and it's like the hair just said nope. That's not going to happen. The skin can get like that. The skin can get like that too. So you have to be very careful. But that said, on my Amazon store is the Nira Pro laser. No, you know what? You can just DM me laser or DM me Nira, and I'll send you the link to that with the discount, because that is the discount for that I have is Live Young Life, and it's for $60 off. So you'll get more off if you DM me laser than if you go and get it on my Amazon store. It'll save you $60. Totally up to you. Okay, now we're going back onto microcurrent devices. Microcurrent, like I said, is very different it works with the muscle stimulation, so you want to avoid the areas where you get Botox if you're doing microcurrent. The MyoLift Mini is normally $329. This is what's going to be announced for tomorrow's winner, so make sure you go back over that that microcurrent live that I did and tag your 3 people in the comments section. I will have it as a highlight on my story, so if you look at that highlight story, tag your 3 people. This winner is going to be announced tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., in which case I will do a full tutorial. Well, we'll chat, because I'm in mourning, you guys, and I'm feeling very heavy right now. So, but I'm going to be on camera tomorrow, 11 a.m., and I will do radio frequency on my lower face. This is what is up for grabs today. This is the Megelin radio frequency device. I really do love this device. That's when it turns on. It has also some red light and some amber light. And if you missed that live I did on light spectrum and all the healing powers of light, I'll try to put that up again on my story and tag that as a highlight as well. That's something I'm doing because I'm getting a lot of requests. Where's the live you did on hair loss? Where's the live you did on microneedling? Where's your live you did on this? And so I'm just now starting to put them back up in my story and tag them on a highlight so that it's easier for you guys to see. So again, the winner from the Glow 910 Plus, Not Afraid of 50, congratulations. I'm so glad you got that. Thank you. Thank you for saying that, Not Afraid of 50. But I'm excited for you that you got that device. And then make sure this is what's going to be announced tomorrow. The MyoLift Mini is going to be announced tomorrow. Okay, I also do like the Zip Halo in terms of the ergonomic design of that. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that. Again, I'm not at home, so I don't have that device that I can show you right off the top of my head. But that's a really good travel device because it fits really nicely in the palm of your hand, and it's microcurrent. So you can just DM me the word microcurrent. I'll give you the list. The prices that I have listed there might not be the latest and greatest, but when you click on that link, you'll go to the site. You can decide if you want to use my link or if it's something that you can get a better discount on just using whatever they have going on there. So I do like the Zip. It's not my favorite, but it is something that I like in terms of just to travel with or just like walking around the house, getting my tea. Sometimes I'll just be doing a little microcurrent while I'm doing that. The Medicube Age R facial massager, that's normally $299. I love that device as well. I have that. And then if you've got the New Face Mini and the New Face Trio, those, like I said, are not my favorites. But if you already have them, wait for those suckers to break before you go and get something, a different one. Wait for them to break, because don't waste your money if you've already have something in the modality. Unless you've bought a red light therapy mask and you're like, there's no way that this thing is working. Or I know based on what Darnell says, that the therapeutic wavelength needs to be in a certain area, 630 to 680 nanometers. And if your current mask, does not live in that area, get another mask. Because there's a lot of crap on the market too that is ineffective. Okay, so that's for if you guys have if you want microcurrent, DM me microcurrent. In terms of let me just talk about the vibration. You guys, if you guys missed that T-zone vibration plate that I talked about, I did a content on that about how vibration plates help to increase the gravitational pull, which is very interesting because the torque of a vibration plate actually increases your gravity. So as you get older, you need to add weight-bearing exercises. Just simply stepping on a vibration plate increases your weight. So for those people who are suffering from an injury or they can't lift weights, just like older people, stepping on a vibration plate, and then you pick up weights, you just completely amped up your whole exercise routine. But you can DM me vibration, and I will send you that link. But the code for that is LiveYoung20. So for 20% off, you get this vibration plate at home that is I can't even tell you how sturdy and a device it is and how effective it is. And I'm using it now for lymphatic drainage as well as just loosening up my joints, but also causing me to have a lot more weight-bearing exercise. So I'm doing some bicep curls and things like that on a vibration plate now. So DM me the word vibration. I'll get that to you. And then my Live Young supplements, you can DM me supplements, but those supplements are going to be on sale for 20% off from now through the holidays, and it's Young Holiday 20. So Young Holiday 20 will get you 20% off, but you can also, somebody just said, hold on, can you use vibration plate? They just keep coming, so I'm sorry, I have to keep scrolling. Can the vibration plate be used when bone issues occur? Yes, because it actually helps with bone density. So it depends. If you just had surgery and stuff, obviously not. But if you now have the beginning of osteoporosis or osteopenia, which is that decrease in bone density, working out on a vibration plate is actually so beneficial. And literally, you can do bicep curls, you can do various things, but just standing on it alone for 10 minutes a day is already helping with your balance and helping with weight-bearing exercises. So it's going to increase bone density. That said, you also want to make sure that you're supplementing in such a way. So back to the supplements. Young Holiday 20 will get you 20% of all the supplements. And there's a supplement in there talking about bone health that is a K2D3 bone supplement that I have, that it's called OsteoMax. And that supplement is so unique in that it directs the calcium out of your arteries and into your bones. So if you're somebody who has been testing and they're having bone density issues, or those tests are coming back that they have the beginning of osteoporosis, get on a K2D3 supplement immediately, and DM me supplements and I'll get you that list, because they're now 20% off through the holidays. Okay, the only other thing that I have is the collagen that I love, and then I'm going to get off here. The collagen I love. Right now there's a bundle, so you can get a holiday collection, which is 5 Life, L-I-F-E. The collagen comes in Life and Sport and Skin and Immune. I always have the Sport at home in my refrigerator, but I always have the Sport. I take a tablespoon of that after a workout, and then I have the Life and I have the Skin, and I kind of alternate between those two. But right now you can get a set of, like a holiday collection for, you save like $115. So just DM me the word collagen. Again, I'll probably just send you the link to my favorite, which will be the Life, but then scroll around on the site and find that holiday collection, because that's a lot of money to be saving. Okay, you guys, thank you for bearing with me during this unusual live. We still got through it, still got to show you the stuff that I use at home and what's on sale for now. Again, you can DM me red light. I'll send you the list of red light, my top red lights. You can DM me microcurrent. I'll send you my tops there. You can DM me radio frequency. I'll send you my tops there. Collagen, you'll get my list of my favorite collagen. And then vibration, you'll get the vibration plate, and supplements. You might have to dig around a little bit, and I'm not 100% positive that the links that I'll send you, not the links, but that the codes are going to be honored, because they might have Black Friday sales that will beat out those codes, but just try them anyways and see. Okay, you guys, I couldn't find mask options besides Omnilux through your page. I have them. I have one for current body, and I have that's the only masks that I have. I have current body mask that I have a link to, and I have the Omnilux mask that I have a link to. I have the panel, and I've got the eye restore cap. But then I also, for the person who just asked that, on my Amazon store, I have much more economical versions that are in that therapeutic wavelength. So if you're wanting a red light therapy device, and even with the sale, these type of devices are out of your price range, just know I'm looking out for you. And I've found some that are more economical that are on my site, on the Amazon storefront, on the skincare storefront. Okay, you guys, I will see you tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Make sure that, congratulations to Not Afraid of 50 for winning the Glow 910 Plus. Before I get off here, please go tag your 3 people. You're going to want this device if you don't have a microcurrent device. That will be on the live that I did on Sunday on Microcurrent. And then once I post it to my site, you guys tag your 3 people. You'll go in the drawing, which will be announced next week for the Megelin radio frequency device. Okay, thank you guys for bearing with me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay.